that's because this is the same president who has no problem quoting a fellow white supremacist such as Pat Buchanan. Folks, this was a tweet that Donald Trump sent out over the weekend as he was trying to rally support for his wall. The tweet says, quote, "Border is eventually going to be militarized and defended, or the United States, as we have known it, is going to cease to exist, and Americans will not go gentle into that good night. Patrick Buchanan, the great people of our country demand proper border security." Now, here's what Trump did not tell you. Why Pat Buchanan wants the wall. In that very same column from Pat Buchanan, he wrote this, quote, "The more multiracial, multi-ethnic, multicultural, multilingual America becomes, the less it looks like Ronald Reagan's America. The more dependently democratic it will become. The Democratic Party is hostile to white men because the smaller the share of the U.S. population that white men become, the sooner that Democrats inherit the national estate. The only way to greater diversity, the golden calf of the Democratic Party, is to increase the number of women, African Americans, Asians, and Hispanics, and thereby reduce the number of white men." Okay, Pat, here's the real fundamental problem here with your whole, "Oh my God, they're after the white men." Y'all ain't been using your sperm. That's actually the problem. The problem ain't us. The problem is white folks ain't been getting busy. Do you understand, Patrick and Trump and Steve King, that the reason the demographic numbers are also changing is not because of immigration, because white people are not keeping up with current population. And in fact, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention actually released that information talking about it. I'm going to pull up in a second, but they actually laid out in terms of where we stand right now, the reason we're going to need immigration, because Americans overall are not having enough children. Who's having the least amount of babies? White people. Black people and Latinos are not having as many babies. This is really about sex, Pat. Now, maybe the problem is a bunch of white women ain't trying to have sex with y'all the way y'all look. But if you really want to understand what's going on in America, it has to do with who is not procreating. And see, here's the deal. Y'all love, y'all love talking about black people aborting babies. Pat, y'all might want to stop focused on black people and focus on white women who are having abortions. See, y'all, to understand what's going on here is to realize that Steve King and Donald Trump and Pat Buchanan and Stephen Miller and all of these folks, this thing boils down to the issue of they do not want this to be a country that is run by non-white people. Patrick Buchanan has been saying these very things his entire life. Patrick Buchanan, a story was done 2 years ago that Donald Trump is literally the reincarnation of Pat Buchanan. This is no shock that Donald Trump would retweet this comment from Patrick Buchanan in one of his racist screeds, because Pat Buchanan has always been afraid of black and brown people taking over. Why? Because Patrick Buchanan is saying out loud what a lot of other white folks actually think. I'm not saying all white people. I'm not saying every white person. But we have to come to grips with this nonsense bullshit from mainstream media that it's white economic anxiety. That's the reason that's going on here. No, it's not. Show me somebody black who doesn't have economic anxiety. Show me somebody Latino or somebody Asian, somebody Native American. No, what is so special about white folks and economic anxiety? It is because we have lived in a white nation. We've lived in a nation where the entire system was set up and established for white people. Every single system, corporate America, NFL owners boxes, Wall Street, education, every single system has set up for that case. When Bill Spriggs was on here last week, what did he say? A white man with a high school diploma is making the same or even more than a black person with a college degree. That is America. And so what they are all saying out loud is, if we could try our best to limit this, and when Trump says all of these presidents did nothing, what he's saying is, y'all let them in the country, and now they're about to overrun us because y'all, by 2043, America is going to be a nation, majority people of color. And folks like Donald Trump and folks like Pat Buchanan and Steve King and Richard Spencer and Stephen Miller and Charlie Kirk, and the list goes on and on and on, and essentially the entire Republican apparatus, they cannot handle this nation not being dominated by white people. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, a lot of people out there, of course, who had all these New Year's resolutions with the first of the year. We know what happens. They promise to eat better, and then they want to go work out and start walking more, and they want to put down the ribs and the fried chicken and the cakes, and then that's like a last about 3 days, and then it's all good. Well, the issue for a lot of us is, where do you start? Now, D-Herbs Cleanse is one of the ways that some folks look to. I've actually done it a couple of times, and I'm currently doing it right now. And so I know the doc who developed this, and again, it's a full body cleanse. And the thing about it is, it's a little different, and it takes some getting used to, especially if you're a meat lover like myself. So first and foremost, what happens is they have a 10-day cleanse and they have a 20-day cleanse. I've done both of those as well. What you do is, it's all a matter of which one you do, raw fruits and vegetables. That's it. So no processed foods, no fried foods. You can't have meats, any of those things. You can't even have cooked vegetables. The whole point of this is really to detox and cleanse your entire body. It's to help you get rid of the toxic buildup that will not only drag you down, but also could be very dangerous if you don't do anything about it. The purpose of the cleanse is to make you feel better, stop dragging, and also give you more energy. Now, if you want to lose some stubborn pounds, you could start the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse. And here's what I want you to do. Like I say, I'm on it. I started last Monday. So this is actually day 8 of the 20-day cleanse. And now again, hasn't been the easiest thing, man. It's hard to pass up at 3-piece, but you got to do it. And so down 11 pounds since last week. But again, it's all about cleansing your system. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to dherbs.com. That's DHERBS.com, and use the promo code Roland. You will get a discount at your checkout. Again, it's dherbs.com. You can also call 866-4DHERBS. That's 866-4DHERBS. 866-4DHERBS. Again, use the promo code Roland. This is all about, again, you starting off the new year, 2019, trying to be a new you. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it.